The FIA has just dropped explosive new proof regarding Lando Norris' car at the Abu Dhabi 2025 Grand Prix, putting his championship hopes in serious jeopardy. Max Verstappen fans are on edge, as the evidence could tilt the title in his favor if a penalty is applied, creating one of the most dramatic moments of the season. The twist? Norris went off track to avoid collision with Yuki Tsunoda, but the telemetry and high-speed footage show he may have gained a performance edge, leaving the paddock in disbelief. And the fallout? Red Bull strategists scrambled, fans debated every frame, and the FIA's ruling now has the potential to rewrite the 2025 championship entirely. Subscribe now, you don't want to miss a single moment as this explosive F1 story unfolds and the title hangs by a thread. The Abu Dhabi 2025 Grand Prix quickly escalated into a championship-defining event after the FIA revealed new evidence concerning Lando Norris' controversial overtake on Yuki Tsunoda. What initially appeared to be a routine racing maneuver now stood under intense scrutiny, raising questions about potential advantages gained by leaving the track. The tension in the paddock was palpable as teams and fans realized the stakes could directly affect the title outcome. Telemetry data captured during the overtake provided precise insights into the McLaren's behavior. Engineers analyzed steering angles, throttle application, brake pressures, and wheel speeds, assessing whether leaving the track produced a measurable performance advantage. The data suggested that Norris' trajectory allowed for improved exit speed, subtly impacting lap times and race position in ways that demanded careful FIA evaluation. High-speed video footage corroborated the telemetry findings, offering clear visual proof of the off-track maneuver. Frame-by-frame analysis revealed how Norris' line minimized tire scrubbing and maximized momentum through the corner. This dual verification telemetry and video highlighted the complex interplay between driver decision-making and car performance in high-stakes racing. The FIA also examined the context and intent of Norris' decision. He had to react instantaneously to Tsunoda's aggressive defense to avoid a potential collision. While safety was the primary concern, the telemetry and footage suggested that the off-track route may have provided a performance benefit, presenting the FIA with the challenge of balancing driver safety against competitive fairness. Consistency and repeatability of the advantage were a critical part of the FIA's analysis. By examining laps before and after the incident, engineers determined whether leaving the track consistently conferred better exit speeds or cornering stability. The findings suggested that the trajectory did offer repeatable benefits, which is pivotal when considering potential penalties or points deductions in championship scenarios. The paddock's response was immediate and intense. Rival teams analyzed leaked footage, telemetry data, and insider commentary to gauge the potential impact on the championship. Red Bull strategists calculated scenarios in which Verstappen could capitalize if Norris were penalized, amplifying the tension surrounding the Abu Dhabi finale and keeping the entire F1 world on edge. Finally, this incident underscores the precision and scrutiny of modern Formula One. Every maneuver, particularly one with potential championship implications, is analyzed using telemetry, simulations, and high-speed video. Norris' off-track overtake demonstrates how milliseconds, split-second decisions, and technical analysis can define a season. The FIA's evidence set the stage for a dramatic conclusion, leaving fans and teams alike captivated as the title hung in the balance. The FIA's investigation into Lando Norris Abu Dhabi overtake generated a comprehensive set of raw telemetry and mechanical data, allowing officials to reconstruct the incident in extreme detail. Every parameter of the McLaren throttle input, steering angle, brake pressure, wheel speed, and tire load was analyzed. This high-resolution dataset enabled the FIA to quantify the exact performance effect of going off-track, providing an empirical foundation for any potential penalties. Mechanical simulations complemented the telemetry, allowing engineers to model tire loads, suspension dynamics, and aerodynamic performance during the overtake. By simulating multiple scenarios, the FIA could determine how leaving the track impacted car stability and acceleration. These simulations confirmed that the trajectory provided a measurable and repeatable performance advantage, crucial for evaluating the fairness of the maneuver. High-speed video analysis added visual confirmation to the telemetry and simulation data. Frame-by-frame review captured Norris' trajectory relative to track limits, showing how he minimized tire scrubbing and optimized corner exit speed. This dual verification ensured that the measured performance benefits were both real and consistent, reinforcing the FIA's technical case. Driver behavior was analyzed to understand the human input behind the maneuver. Norris' steering, throttle, and braking inputs were scrutinized to assess how much control and skill were involved in safely executing the off-track overtake. The FIA evaluated the balance between necessary collision avoidance and the competitive edge gained, which is a key factor in determining whether sanctions were justified. The consistency and repeatability of the performance advantage were meticulously examined. Analysts reviewed laps before and after the overtake, confirming that leaving the track consistently improved exit speed and cornering stability. This repeatable gain indicated that the maneuver provided more than a fleeting advantage, supporting the FIA's position on regulatory enforcement. The paddock reaction was immediate and intense. Rival teams, commentators, and fans dissected every frame of footage and every telemetry reading. Red Bull strategists examined scenarios in which Verstappen could capitalize if Norris were penalized, adding layers of tension to the championship conclusion. The situation highlighted how technical and regulatory analysis can directly influence title outcomes in modern F1. Finally, the integration of telemetry, mechanical simulations, high-speed video, and driver input underscores the meticulous nature of FIA oversight. Every aspect of Norris' overtake was scrutinized to ensure competitive integrity. This detailed raw data analysis illustrates that in modern Formula One, split-second maneuvers and minute technical advantages can determine the championship, making precision, transparency, and data-driven decisions essential for maintaining fairness. In modern Formula One, the technical evaluation of each maneuver can directly influence championship outcomes, and the FIA's assessment of Norris Abu Dhabi overtake is a prime example. Telemetry captured every critical parameter of the McLaren, including throttle input, steering angles, brake pressure, wheel speeds, and tire loads, providing engineers with the ability to measure the exact performance impact of going off-track. Analysis of the telemetry revealed that Norris' trajectory provided a subtle but measurable increase in corner exit speed. This gain allowed him to maintain momentum more effectively onto the following straight, offering a tangible performance advantage beyond simple collision avoidance. Engineers quantified the effect on lap times, underscoring the importance of technical data in championship decisions. Mechanical simulations were employed to complement telemetry, modeling suspension behavior, tire loading, and aerodynamic performance during the off-track maneuver. By testing multiple hypothetical scenarios, the FIA could confirm that the trajectory consistently offered improved cornering stability and acceleration. This analysis established that the advantage was not accidental but repeatable and measurable. High-speed video footage served as visual confirmation for telemetry and simulation data. Frame-by-frame analysis of multiple camera angles showed Norris' line and how it minimized tire scrubbing while maximizing corner exit speed. The alignment of visual evidence with numerical data strengthened the FIA's technical assessment, illustrating how precision analysis underpins regulatory decisions. Driver behavior was analyzed to understand the human contribution to the maneuver. Norris' steering, throttle, and braking inputs were examined alongside telemetry to evaluate how much skill was required to execute the maneuver safely. The FIA weighed the balance between the necessary avoidance of a collision and the competitive benefit gained, a critical factor in determining the fairness of the action. Environmental conditions were also considered in the technical evaluation. Track temperature, wind, tire condition, and surface grip were analyzed to ensure that the measured performance advantage was consistent and reproducible. This comprehensive approach provided confidence that the telemetry and simulations accurately reflected real-world racing conditions. Finally, the integration of telemetry, mechanical simulations, high-speed video, and driver behavior highlights the sophistication of modern FIA oversight. Every detail of Norris' maneuver was scrutinized to ensure regulatory compliance and competitive fairness. This technical analysis demonstrates that in contemporary Formula One, even milliseconds and split-second decisions can decide the outcome of a championship, emphasizing the critical role of data-driven evaluation in the sport. The FIA's revelation about new evidence on Norris Abu Dhabi overtake immediately sent shockwaves through the Formula One paddock. Teams and analysts quickly recalculated championship scenarios, realizing that a potential penalty could swing the title in favor of Max Verstappen. The stakes had never been higher, as a single ruling now had the power to rewrite the narrative of the 2025 season. Lando Norris faced intense scrutiny and pressure from every corner. Fans, pundits, and commentators debated whether his off-track maneuver was purely defensive or if it conferred a competitive advantage. Social media erupted with opinions, videos, and breakdowns, reflecting the tension surrounding the incident and highlighting the global attention a single move can generate in modern F1. Red Bull's strategists moved into immediate crisis mode. Verstappen's championship hopes hinged on the FIA's decision, prompting simulations of every point scenario, potential penalties, and their effects on the final standings. The intense strategic calculations showcased how tightly contested championships amplify the significance of every incident on track. The FIA's evaluation also had broader implications for F1 regulations. Officials examined precedent, safety considerations, and competitive fairness, recognizing that their ruling would establish a benchmark for future off-track maneuvers. This decision would influence driver behavior, team strategies, and regulatory interpretation for the next seasons, making it a pivotal moment in the sport. Fans and analysts dissected every frame of footage and telemetry reading. Online forums, social media, and sports media outlets were ablaze with discussions about the legitimacy of the maneuver and the potential consequences. This public scrutiny amplified the drama, turning a single racing incident into a global talking point and engaging the entire F1 community in real-time analysis. The psychological impact on Norris was significant. Facing global attention and the threat of losing a championship due to a split-second maneuver created immense mental pressure. Balancing focus for upcoming races while processing scrutiny and potential penalties underscored the human element of high-stakes motorsport, showing that F1 demands as much mental fortitude as technical skill. Finally, the incident underscored the razor-thin margins that define Formula One championships. A single maneuver, analyzed through telemetry, high-speed video, and driver input, could determine the outcome of an entire season. The FIA's new evidence highlighted how milliseconds, split-second decisions, and technical precision can sway a championship, leaving fans, teams, and drivers on the edge of their seats.